What's going on, guys? Aaron Goldson here, and in this video I'm going to share with you the number one secret to managing your time better. The number one secret to managing your time better, because when you can manage your time, you can get more shit done. All that success is three things. If you want to be successful in any field, I don't care if it's health, relationships, money, whatever, it's three things. It's A, knowing what actions to take. B, taking those actions, taking a series of actions, and C, it's doing that over an extended period of time. If you can do that, you can lose the weight, you can get into shape, you can get the relationship, you can improve your relationship, you can make a crap ton of money. Why is it that we see people who are out there who both started off in the same place, but now, they were both born to the same kind of family, didn't have any connections growing up, were both brought up in a mediocre lifestyle, but 20, 30, 40 years later, you see one person's making millions of dollars, in amazing shape, has an amazing marriage with an amazing person who's beautiful or handsome, and they're in love and everything is great, and they're just having a great lifestyle. And then the other person isn't in a relationship, overweight, is barely making it, and just struggling in life. Well, it all comes down to time management. If you can manage your time better, you can get more things done. And if you can get more things done, you can get the things that you want in life. Tony Robbins talks about when he was getting started, he got started public speaking. And he got really good at public speaking very quickly. And a lot of people were like, wow, you're just a natural. You're just an amazing public speaker. Well, he wasn't. He talked about the average person would public speak like once or twice a month. He would find everywhere he could public speak, and he would public speak like 3 times a day. So after a few months, he had the same experience as someone that had been the average person that had been public speaking for years. And it all came down to managing his time, because when he managed his time, he was able to plot 3 public speaking engagements a day and get out there and make shit happen. If you guys don't know my backstory, I've started over a dozen businesses. I've been listening to 2 to 3 hours of self-improvement a day over the last 10 years. And what I like to do is I like to make these free videos for you, taking kind of the things that I've done that have made me the most success and made me a lot of money, and I break them down into these little easy-to-consume bite-sized videos for you guys, so you can go out there and take this content and go out there and run with it and hopefully improve your life and make a lot of money. And I do this for you guys. I get a lot of emails and sometimes Facebook messages. I might get YouTube messages too. I'm not sure how to check that yet, but people say they found my stuff, they love my content. They say how I'm different than other people because I actually share with you what works. I don't share with you theory. I don't share with you what might work or what has worked 10 years ago. There's some things like time management that has worked 10 years ago that could work well today. But there's certain things for growing your business and income, with social media being all over the place, with the internet taking over. Well, what worked 10, 20 years ago does not work today. I've tested it. I've tried it out in multiple of my businesses. The detail shop that I started, the restaurant that I started, the promotional company that I grew to the largest in my field, to the largest in the metropolitan area that I live in, the kiosk at the mall that I started where I was selling Sally Hansen fingernail polish strips. And I could tell you all about it because I had to create a pitch for the employees that I hired for it. So you only learn stuff that works. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So what's the number one time management strategy and how can you use it in your life? It's simple, actually. It's condensing your time and doing multiple things. It's actually 2 things. The first thing is condensing your time and getting multiple things done at once. So let me give you an example, guys. So I like to work out, right? So I've been, I'm in a position where it's not like I have to go and I got to work for anyone. So I can just kind of do what I want, when I want, how I want. So it's where I'm at now. It's summertime, right? It's probably summertime where you're at. It's hot. So I like to go to the park. I like to go to the park every day and run. I like to just be in the wilderness. There's these different paths that I like to run in, and I like to be surrounded by the trees, and I like the sun beating on my face, and you hear the birds, and it's just very peaceful. I don't know if you've ever had an experience where you've been in nature, and it just feels really good. So I like to go running. So when I go running, guys, what am I doing? I'm accomplishing my health goal. I'm getting exercise, right? I'm keeping my heart strong. When I run though, guys, most of the time I'm listening to self-improvement. So I go drive to the park. So let's say the park's 10 minutes from me. I spend 10 minutes driving to the park. And then at the park, let's say I run for an hour. Run for an hour, and then I drive 10 minutes home. So in that hour and 20 minutes, guys, I could be listening to music. I could be listening to the news, which is just full of crap. But what I listen to is self-improvement. So not only, guys, am I getting my health accomplished, but I also just got an hour and 20 minutes of self-improvement consumed in my life. Self-improvement's great. There's people out there, guys, who have written books that take everything they learned and they put it in a fucking book. You can go out there and listen to those books on, different apps. Some of those books you can find on YouTube for free, and you can start listening to them. I had a buddy of mine that recommended this great book. I went to YouTube. I would have bought the book, but I went to YouTube. I typed in the name of the book, and the first link on YouTube was 6.5 hours of the author reading the book. I just started listening to that shit. I got done with that book in a few days. All right, I consumed that amazing content that he spent probably years figuring out, years writing. A lot of these writers, they want the books to make sense and flow, so they spend a lot of time editing it, so there's no bullshit. It's just like them teaching you stuff, right? And then you can go there and you can consume it in a few days. And then, hell, a lot of times I just go buy the books, right? What's that? Audacity? I forget the app. I got it on my phone. You can click it. You can download a whole bunch of books. You can listen to that stuff. So it's doing multiple things at once. Sometimes, guys, I'll be at the park and I'll see a cute chick. So I'll run after her and I will talk to her and then I will try to get her number and date her. All right? So when I do that, I'm accomplishing 3 things at once. I did that at the park a couple weeks ago. Sometimes I go on like these trails where there's no one, but sometimes I go where it's public, right? And sometimes I'll go running on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday when there's no one really there, or just like old people riding their bikes. Is kind of what I found. But there's a cute chick and I run after her and I talk to her and I get her number. What did I just accomplish? A, I'm doing something to improve my dating life. B, I'm listening to self-improvement. C, I'm helping out my heart, right? I'm exercising. Got 3 things done at once. Sometimes I go out clubbing with my friends. When I go out clubbing with my friends, we like to talk to hot girls. So when I go out there, what do? I start talking to cute chicks right away. So in the night, guys, I might talk, and sometimes I might not talk to that many. Sometimes I might find a group, and there'll be a girl, and we just hang out for a few hours, and that's that. But then sometimes, I'll go out and I'll talk to maybe 20 different groups of girls in 4 hours, and I might get 3 numbers or 4 numbers. All right, and then afterwards I go back and I'm kind of talking with my friends, and I'm like, yeah, it was a pretty good night. I met a bunch of people. I had a good time. I like going out and talking to people anyway. I kind of get a high when I'm out there, and I don't drink or anything. And I'm like, yeah, I got like 3 or 4 numbers, and the other guy will be like, man, you got lucky. I didn't get any numbers. I'm like, I didn't get lucky, and it's not even like I'm that much better. I don't think I'm that, like a great-looking guy or even that good at talking to girls. It's simply that I talked to 20 groups of girls. You talked to 2. You talked to 3. All right? Yeah, if you talk to 20 groups of girls, there's going to be a few girls in there that are going to be interested in you. There's going to be a few girls in there that are going to be attracted to you. There's going to be a few girls in there that are going to be single, and they're going to be, wanting to talk to someone that is, friendly and nice. There's also going to be girls that are married. There's going to be girls that simply aren't attracted to you. There's going to be girls where you might say some weird shit, and then they don't want to talk to you anymore, right? And then you kind of fucked it up, right? And then you learn from there, and you try not to fuck it up next time. Well, if you talk to 20 groups of girls, then you can kind of filter through all that, and you can get to a few girls that actually think you're cool, and you can get numbers from. You only talk to 3 groups of girls, dude. Yeah, of course, right? So the number one time management strategy, guys, is the first thing is to try to do multiple things at once if you can. Do you go to work? Do you drive to work? What do you do when you drive to work? If you're not listening to self-improvement when you drive to work, I don't know what you're doing, all right? You could spend, first of all, guys, you can find good content out there on YouTube for free. You can go watch my videos. I make very good videos. You can watch other people's, guys. There's like tens, there's tens, I was going to say tens of thousands, but that wouldn't be true. There might be 20 or 30 hours of like Tony Robbins on YouTube. You can go listen to his stuff. There's a whole bunch of other people. You can find audiobooks on YouTube. You can also go to that app I was telling you guys about, and you can spend $100. You can get 5 books, and then just on your way to and from work, or when you're grocery shopping, right? Sometimes I run to the grocery store. I got to run different errands. Guess what I'm doing? I'm listening to self-improvement. When I got to go get the oil change, what am I doing? Listening to self-improvement. You can do the same thing like that. Go spend $100. Get 5 books. You can probably find a few books for free, and then in a month, you listen to 8 books. You listen to 8 books, guys, it's going to change how you think. It's going to give you some strategies. It's fantastic. The other thing, guys, is when you're doing, so that's the first step. Try to do multiple things at once, right? Don't just do stupid shit, right? So if a light bulb goes out, and in the if you have the 51 Pillars of Wealth University, I have like hour-long sections where I give you a whole bunch of like really advanced time management strategies I just can't give here because I'm not trying to make this a 3-hour video, right? I can't condense everything I know about time management into one video just because I've been picking up bits and pieces of it for well over a decade. But when you can take what you're doing and condense it down and just make it so, like, if a light bulb goes out, don't go to the grocery store and buy a light bulb. Next time you have to go to the grocery store, then you pick up a light bulb. That allows you to have more time. You can manage your time well. The second thing, guys, the second step is the second key, so the first thing is to try to condense what you're doing and do multiple things at once. The second step is when you're doing something, do it fully and fully focus on it. All right, so when I'm like working on my business, guys, I'm fully focused on it. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Tinder. I'm not answering the text messages. Like, I'll turn my phone off. I'll put it over there. I don't want to deal with it, and I'm focused on what I'm doing. So I get done in probably 4 hours, what might take the average person a week. Not because I'm better than them, not because I'm like some brilliant guy, guys. I'm still learning, guys. I still listen to 2 to 3 hours of self-improvement. I don't know all the answers. But I do that so it allows me to fully focus on what I'm doing and I can knock shit out. And what might take the average person a week to do, it takes me 4 hours or maybe a day to do. Because I have no distractions, I'm fully focused on what I'm doing. That's something else you want to do. When you're doing something, guys, fully focus on it. If you're reading a book, what I started doing when I started, and I still read. I mainly listen to self-improvement because I can get the same information while I'm doing shit that I got to do anyway. But I still like to read, guys. When I started reading, I would put a timer. I would sit down at the table. I would put a timer at the table and set it for 15 minutes or a half an hour. And I would just focus on reading. That's all I would do. Sit there, focused on reading. Absolutely nothing else. No distractions, right? And then in that half an hour, guys, I got done and I got more information than the person that had their phone. I would read for a couple minutes and then check Facebook. And then, oh, let's watch this video on Facebook. And someone texted me. And someone liked my photo on Instagram. You don't want to do all that. You want to get rid of all the distractions and say, all right. You want to actually say to yourself, all right, for the next X amount of time, I'm doing this. You're going to focus on your business. Or maybe you need to get access to better information. So, the next hour, you're just going to watch this video or read this book or listen to this book on audio and take all your attention and focus on it. And then when you start building your business or whatever side hustle you're at, I'm going to fully focus on that. If I have to get a flyer created, or maybe you have to get a business card or a website or a Facebook fan page or whatever it is, you're going to spend the next couple hours fully focused on that. You're going to close out Facebook, you're going to close out your email, and you're going to spend the next 2 hours bumping and grinding, figuring it out. Yeah, you're going to figure it out. Sure, you're going to have to watch some YouTube videos on how to do it. Or let's say you bought a course on how to make a Facebook fan page. All right, well then you're going to go through the videos and then just copy what they tell you to do and make the Facebook fan page, right? I don't have a course, by the way, on how to make a Facebook fan page. I'm just, freaking giving you an example. But when you do that, guys, you will start to get more done because you're laser focused. All your time is going on that one thing, and then you'll see it. You'll start moving faster than a lot of people because a lot of people can't focus. A lot of people get distracted easily. So while everyone else is getting distracted easily, checking their Facebook every 2 minutes, every time they get an update, checking their email every time they get a like on Facebook. You put that shit aside and you're spending a couple hours grinding, fully focused on your business. You do that, guys, over a series of weeks, months, and years, and you will be further ahead than most people, because most people could do that. They have the ability to do that, but if they don't make the time to focus on the shit they need to do, they're never going, they're not going to get there, right? Getting what you want in life, guys, is only going to happen. No one is going to come to the computer, fix your problems, and make your dreams come true besides you. You're the only person that can do it. And you're only going to do it by doing the 3 things we talked about. A, getting access to the right information. B, taking actions based on that right information. And C, doing the first 2 steps over an extended period of time. Hopefully you guys got value from this video and you take these 2 time management secrets and use it in your life. And I will see you guys on the next video.